And while we're on the topic of accountability, we're going to talk about some other type of accountability. We're going to talk about the criminal justice system, specifically in some of these large liberal cities. So a guy was just arrested in New York City for firing a couple of shots in a subway. Apparently, he was trying to be a good Samaritan. They said a woman was being mugged by some vagrant in the subways. We see all these homeless, drug out vagrants all the time. These aggressive people, maybe they have mental health issues. Maybe they're completely out of their mind on drugs. Something's going on, but people in New York City, we constantly hear stories about things like this happening. So this guy, he didn't fire at the guy. He didn't fire at a specific person. He shot in the air, apparently. Well, not really in the air, kind of at the ceiling because they're in a subway area. He fired a couple of shots and he got arrested. Let's take a look at the story.
Suspected of opening fire in a subway station, an alleged vigilante who police say used the weapon to try to stop a crime. News 4's Ida Siegel's in Midtown. More on the charges that he faces, Ida, for what the MTA calls a reckless attempt to foil a robbery.
Yeah, that's right, David. The MTA and the police saying that. It happened here at the 49th Street subway station behind me last night. That one man who is being called a vigilante fired one shot. He didn't hit anybody, but he is now in custody.
Were you trying to protect someone?
43-year-old John Rote in handcuffs tonight, led away from the transit police station in the subway. Police say he is the man they've been looking for since yesterday, who allegedly tried to stop a mugging by firing a gun inside a train station. The video of the incident sent straight to MTA officials.
I've looked at the video. It's, I would say, unusual. He sort of looks very calm, pulls out a gun, fires two shots, calmly puts the gun back in a bag and walks away. I mean, it is weird.
It happened around 9:15 Tuesday night. Police say a 49-year-old man known for swiping people into the subway and then demanding cash was also trying to mug a woman at the NRW station at 49th Street and 7th Avenue. That's when police say the so-called subway vigilante pulled out a gun and fired into the air. An action officials say was not only illegal, but incredibly dangerous.
Anyone could have been hit by that shot. That shot just went astray. An innocent person, someone walking their child, could have gotten hit by a bullet.
In this case, no one was hurt, and the would-be mugger was arrested. But Rote initially got away, and there was some concern he would try to stop another crime in the same reckless manner.
That's not what we need from anybody in this system.
Law enforcement sources say Rote did not have a gun permit, but even if he did, he still would have broken the law. The only people allowed to take a gun into the subway system are law enforcement.
A vigilante just going out there taking justice in his own hands is a dangerous situation.
Rote has been charged with criminal possession of a weapon, criminal possession of a firearm, menacing, and reckless endangerment. Reporting live from Midtown.
So as you see, they're labeling this man a vigilante. They're saying this is a terrible thing. It would have been better off if you would have just managed your own goddamn business. Just let the lady get mugged. Maybe call the cops. Maybe they'll show up. Maybe they won't. But you get involved by firing a couple of shots, you're the villain. Because this mugger, he's going to get off scot-free, but they're going to make an example out of you because they don't want people having guns in New York. So they're going as strict as the Supreme Court will allow them to go and restricting the use of firearms in New York City. So it's more horrendous that you possess a gun in New York than for some vagrant to be mugging a lady. So maybe they're saying, well, you should have just attacked him physically. And what, got hurt yourself? Maybe the guy would have had a knife. Maybe he would have had his own gun. So why would you physically try to grab the man when you could put yourself in more danger? You're just shooting a shot. Maybe he shouldn't have shot that. Maybe he should have just pointed it at him, scared him or something. I don't know. But it wouldn't have been a good idea for him to actually get involved. But it's worse that the city is kind of disincentivizing Good Samaritans. We're seeing this nationwide is becoming more in line with the culture for people to not get involved. Let's take a look at this clip here of some women getting beat down.
Fuck you, nigga! Just don't rock on me, okay? Fuck all that shit! What the fuck? Stop! Yo, call the cops. Let's go, nigga. What the fuck? Rock on me. Get off me. Hey! Chill out. Let's go. No,
So apparently there's more to the story here, but as we can see, a lot of these people passing by, first of all, they're desensitized to these type of things because you can see how lackadaisical everybody was. But people are not trying to get involved with this, because if you get involved and you end up, first of all, you can get hurt yourself. But besides that, if you end up hurting a person, now you're in trouble. Now you're at fault. Now you're the villain. People keep crying, why didn't anybody do anything? Somebody help, somebody help. Well, if you help, then you're in trouble. Look at the guy just got arrested for trying to help a lady getting mugged in a subway. And then famously, we know the story from earlier this year, the Danny Penny situation, when apparently there was this homeless guy, this Michael Jackson impersonator, just such a good man as the media tries to portray him. Apparently he was being extremely aggressive and threatening people on the subway, talking about he was going to kill people, he ready to die. Daniel Penny and a couple other guys actually subdued him. Daniel Penny ended up choking a man out and he died. But a lot of the witnesses were saying, we're glad he did it. I felt safer when Penny got involved because I didn't know what the hell this guy was going to do. This guy was looking very dangerous. So Penny kind of rescued us. That's what a lot of the witnesses are saying. But nonetheless, this radical justice system threw charges at this man. They're trying to throw the book at Daniel Penny. He's still going to court right now. They've charged this man with manslaughter and negligent homicide. So we're going to see what happens in this particular case. But all these stories are showing that the nation, the criminal justice system, this liberal rule of law that we have is incentivizing people to mind their own business. So if you see somebody getting mugged, if you see a dangerous man on the subway talking crap, women getting beat up, I guess you're supposed to mind your own business. You can't be a good Samaritan, because if you're a good Samaritan, you can either get hurt yourself or you can end up in prison for subduing a criminal. For stopping a criminal, you're a vigilante, a killer, a murderer for stopping a criminal. So if you see some madman on the subway about to beat up an old lady, about to attack an old lady, screaming, hurling insults and threats and stuff, hey, mind your own business, I guess. And for the people who could be victimized by these type of people, I guess you got to stay strapped. You got to protect yourself. Be prepared when you're out in public at all times to protect yourself. Remember we had that other story, the lady who scammed all those people out of like $30,000. She was saying that she got hit with a brick. She had these pictures posted saying somebody asked for her to go out with him and she rejected him, so he hit her with a brick and the man didn't do anything. So social media destroyed all these men who were around. They were trying to dox the men who were in the background of the video. They were trying to figure out who they were so they can personally ridicule them and go after them, cause them their jobs and other things. Even though the lady was lying, we found that at the end. They were saying, why weren't you good Samaritans? If a lady gets hit with a brick, why didn't you get involved? Why didn't you put your own life at risk to save some strange feminist lady? So you can't win. So if you mind your own business, now you don't give a damn. You're a terrible person. But then if you get involved, now you either personally hurt or you get arrested for stopping a criminal. So the bottom line in this whole thing is to, for one, protect yourself at all times. And two, I guess mind your own business, because that's what the criminal justice system is pushing people to do. Hey, before you go, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. Thank you for watching. You